how a person or how a student can change his or her course.
Personally, I thought it would be easier for me to transfer within RMIT itself because you can transfer your credits and there wouldn't be any issue about, oh, you have to do that subject to transfer to this.
Make sure to know that you have proper reasons for it. You have proper documents.
Yeah, even the health insurance gets
Renewed. That doesn't make a sense, right?
Which
Technically.
you have to pay extra for all of this.
$1,494.
2,200.
It's increased.
Yeah.
One more advice: if you are applying for this visa thing onshore, keep certain amount of time before the end date, because sometimes they just, what if they just reject you and you will be like, oh fuck. Hi guys, hello and welcome back to another video. This is KapsLock with Neha in RMIT University City campus, and today we are going to talk on a topic which is quite unusual to find and quite really important, which people want to get correct answers on. And only you can answer this question, right? And the question is, obviously you have seen the title, is how a person or how a student can change his or her course within RMIT University from a particular dash course to a particular dash course. Maybe after 6 months, maybe after 1 year. So she has done it. Neha has shifted from
Bachelor's of Architectural Design to Bachelor's of Business, majoring in Marketing.
And after how many months did you shift the course?
It's not months, it's 2 years.
After 2 years?
Yeah. So I did my degree in architecture. So it's a 3-year course.
Yes.
And I was supposed to graduate this year.
Of Bachelor's of Business?
Bachelor of Architecture.
So you were doing, let's go with the step by step. You came, you're supposed to do Bachelor's of
Architecture
for 3 years.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then end of last year, I thought that this was not the course that I was looking for, or it's not.
End of last year, you found it.
And I kind of figured it out a couple of semesters back.
Okay.
It's just I thought I pushed myself a bit too much. I'll probably be able to do it. Then eventually I realized it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then I changed it to Bachelor's of Business.
Okay. So you found that Bachelor's of Architecture is not your cup of tea. So
I would say not just the cup of tea. It was more of like...
You're not interested anymore in that?
No, it wasn't what I was looking for. Like, they were not giving what I wanted.
Okay.
And like, there's actually a lot of factors that played in my decision.
Okay.
Number one was the course structure. Yes, it's when I signed up for this, I knew that it was going to be really hard, and it was hard. Like, I did well for my first semester, I did well for my second semester.
Yep.
But the thing is, I'm coming from a background with zero knowledge in architecture. So after high school, I did like a couple of years in, like, I did Cambridge syllabus, and then I did American degree program. All of this, there was no architecture syllabus that we had to study. Even the prerequisites that RMIT was looking for, it was like a particular project that you had to do, and then it was like, some portfolios that you need to submit. All of that was fine, but students who have studied in Melbourne, or Australian citizens, or students who have grown up here, or went to high school here, they have an option of like architecture subject in their 10th or 11th.
Okay.
So whoever is interested in the subject would take that, obviously, and that teaches their basics. Whatever basics you have in architecture, you learn that in
the
subject.
10th class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they come for bachelor's, they already have a basic idea of what they want to do, of what the subject is.
Makes sense.
And with the softwares as well, they probably have a very little understanding. At least they know what the softwares are. But that's not the case with me, or probably international students.
Okay.
I came in with literally no knowledge. I had zero idea what architecture was. I thought it was just drawing, maths, everything. Came in, and they threw me into this really deep well where I had no clue how to even get out of it. Let's take these softwares, for example.
Okay.
We have like 3D modeling softwares like Rhino, Revit, and these are really, really difficult softwares. So in India, maybe architecture, from what I've heard, you would learn like SketchUp or AutoCAD, something that's basic. Once you learn AutoCAD, it's easy for you to pick up anything else. Here, it's not like that. They're already very advanced in their education. So they teach you already like really difficult softwares. And let me rephrase, they don't teach you difficult softwares. You learn it by yourself.
Technically, yes. Because they believe that you have been learning or using these softwares in the past.
Yeah.
That happened to me too. But carry on.
So they did give tutorials, but even in the tutorial classes, it was like, oh, you figured out how to do it. If you have a doubt, you come to me. If you don't understand, it's your fault. And I was going through that for the past 2 years, and I was like, it. See, each architecture subject has like 3 or 4 projects, and each project is very time consuming, very time
Like
consuming.
actually,
Actually sitting and doing it takes a lot of time.
so many hours.
So many hours. Like that's why you see like architecture students not sleeping. It's a known fact that we
I've
don't
actually
sleep.
not seen any architecture student.
They don't have
in-
social life. They actually don't have social life.
We'll come on that, but yeah.
So they so we spend our time sitting and doing projects, and for students like me, we also have to spend more time figuring out how to use the software first before starting on the project.
Yes.
And by
yes.
the time we get to the project, it's already past like the deadline, or it's already past the time for you to show your professors what you're working on. And like progress is a very important thing in architecture. You have to show your progress. You don't have a progress, they can't comment on your work. And if they can't comment, then you can't improve, and you can't submit your project. So it went like that for a couple of semesters, and eventually I was like, this is literally draining me. And I took the decision. I was like, this is it. I need to.
So after these reasons were getting added, then you decided that okay, that's not my thing that I'm gonna probably pursue. Even there will be just 1 year left for you.
Just this year, yeah.
But still, you said no. I don't want to
Yeah, it
continue
was-
this field in my future
Yeah.
as a job.
Yeah.
Then you
I
decided
did
to
an
shift.
internship as well in India as an architect, as a student architect, and I realized that this is definitely not what I wanted to do, because what you're studying in architecture and what you're actually doing in real life is two complete different things. So at least in RMIT, there's a concept of, pushing your limits or pushing your boundaries as an architect. What can you not make in real life? And that's what they teach you in RMIT. What is something that you think is impossible to create in real life?
And then they focus on that aspect, and then they want you to
they
create.
will test your creativity to
At the max level, yeah.
To the max level. But when
Yep.
you're actually sitting and doing it in an office or a company,
You have to follow the
there's
brand
so many
guidelines.
boundaries and
Yes.
a lot of guidelines that
Yep.
will limit you.
Yep.
So you can't explore your creativity when you become an architect.
So these were all the reasons.
Yeah.
Then you shifted into something that's totally not relatable.
Yeah.
Which is business.
Yeah.
How that thing came up.
So it was a trigger. So I joined a company called Toss the Coin, which is a branding agency in India, and they focus on creating logos. They focus on creating social media content, brand guidelines for companies, B2B companies, B2C companies. And I joined there as an intern, and I realized that this was very similar to what I was looking for
For
my future. And I've already been doing this for a while, like, and as
Even
a side
in your
hustle,
past.
in
Oh.
my past, as a side hustle, I've just been like helping people out with social media. A lot of like startup companies here have asked me to help them. It was just helping, like volunteer work, and it was something that I really, really enjoyed. And that's when I sat and thought that maybe marketing is something that I'd like to do. But the problem was, as an international student, there's no course called bachelor's in marketing in RMIT. You have masters in marketing, but you have to like obviously finish your bachelor's first. So they recommended me to join bachelor's of business, but majoring in marketing.
Who recommended you?
RMIT.
Okay, so you put up this problem to them first.
Yeah, I asked them like, why is there no course for?
Where did you talk? Like Student Connect?
Student Connect, yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, why? I'm confused because I'm trying to apply for a marketing course, and I don't see that you have a course like that
In bachelor's.
in bachelor's. And she was like, we have a course, but it's not for international students.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, so then what's my next option? I want to do marketing. What's my next option? And she was like, check out Bachelor's of Business. You can study the subject business, but you can also major in marketing. So it's a 3-year course, Bachelor's of Business. Your first year, you would obviously study business subjects. And from your second year onwards, you take marketing electives. That will be your major in marketing.
So from this to this.
Yeah.
Now come to the main bridge part.
How I did it.
How you did it.
Okay, so
First, we'll talk on the university section.
Yeah.
And second, maybe on the visa section, cause
Yeah.
you had technically 3 years of visa. 2 years done, 1 year left, but then you decided to shift.
Yeah.
In that particular time, you're applying for a new course with the RMIT's help within RMIT.
Yeah.
And here you need another visa as well for another 3 years. So before these two circles, there's a small circle which I would love to know. Why did you not choose any other university? Answer me that too. or any other college as well?
Okay, so what do you want me to answer first?
The small one.
The small one. Personally, I thought it would be easier for me to transfer within RMIT itself, because you can transfer your credits and there won't be any issue about, oh, you have to do that subject to transfer to this for this course.
And I mean, there's only one reason.
That was the main reason. Because I spent 2 years doing architecture.
And also, you are familiar with the.
I am familiar with the university.
This was the second reason. You are not telling. I got to know. Okay.
No, I mean it's the fact that that's actually the main reason. The course.
Oh.
The course electives.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, even if it's a 3-year course, I'm going to finish my bachelor's in business by next year, which gives me that. I mean, it doesn't give me anything, but I won't have to do it for 3 years. It reduces the amount of time that I have to finish my degree in.
Okay, makes sense. Well, now the bigger circle with the university part. How did you do it? Give me the steps. Give them the steps.
Okay, so firstly, when I decided that I wanted to change, I immediately went to RMIT website, applied for the subject immediately.
By yourself?
By myself.
Okay.
Went, applied. When all of this like marketing problem came up, like, bachelors of marketing, when I couldn't find that, I connected with Student Connect, and they guided me with the application form, bachelors of business. It was, personally, it was a pretty simple process. I didn't have much of a problem in it. I didn't encounter any issues. It was very smooth. And I think so I applied in October. By end of November, start of December, I got the conditional offer.
Okay.
And it was pretty fast. I was a little bit scared because I was going back to India. And if I changed my course and if I didn't get the conditional offer or the
then it will be so hard for you to
come
talk.
Back.
Yeah, technically.
It'd be hard for me to come back. So I wanted it to get done before I come back here. So when I got the conditional offer, I was like happy, because at least there's something that they're accepting me halfway through. I didn't have to do much because they have my records. They transferred all my electives into the business degree. So, and then they informed that saying that instead of a 3-year course, you're going to finish it within 2 years. And around February, end of Jan, I got my offer letter.
Okay.
When the university opened up after holidays, immediately I got my offer letter. So it was the transition itself. I didn't find any problem in it because it was very simple. They canceled my enrollment for my architecture course. They enrolled me into the next semester for business, and it was very simple.
Okay. And they cut out this transcript and started this transcript.
Yeah. Enrollment
with the credits transfer.
Yeah.
So RMIT is quite pretty helpful in.
Yeah. When they didn't specifically ask like why you want to change the course. If you want to change, you change it.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't like asking millions of questions, or
they just need a specific good reason.
Yeah, just a really good understanding and reason why you want to change it. I think they understood that from my transcript.
Okay. So RMIT helped you. Transcripts done, credit transfer done. Process is easy. Your visa, the next circle. So.
Okay. So visa is something that I'm doing at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah. So my visa is supposed to end in 30th of August.
This 30th of August?
This coming 30th of August. And I think so I have an agent back in Malaysia who does my
files and all.
My visa and everything. And I contacted her the second I got my conditional offer. Actually, before I even applied for the subject, I contacted her letting her know that I'm changing my course. And then she said that once you've gotten your offer letter, contact her and she will do all the process for you. And when I came to Australia, they asked for a GTE statement. I'm not sure if they asked for you as well.
They do.
Okay. Where I had to answer like a bunch of questions as to why I'm coming here, what I'm studying, why I chose the course.
It's the mainstream process. Okay.
Exactly. But the additional thing that I had to put in here is
the reason why you're shifting.
And it has to be the most convincing reason because it's going to the government.
Yes.
And I spent 2 years already doing it.
Yes.
And I gave a really valid reason. I explained it properly, and my agent was very helpful in that sense as well. She was like, say this, say that.
Like proofreading.
And it took a while to get my GTE statement perfect. I think about a week. And then I sent it to her. She applied it for me. And then I came back. I have to get my medical checkup done, which is what I did last week. So once that is submitted, I should be getting my visa soon. So even that process also, because I wasn't the one doing it, I didn't experience much of a trouble.
Yeah.
Because my agent.
Your agent is doing it. But it's just if I'll conclude,
Yeah.
if you have proper reasons
Mm.
in this another circle of this agent part,
Mm.
if you have proper reasons, and the agent is quite pretty helpful in that.
Yeah.
So it won't be trickier for any person
Mm.
to change and to do the immigration process.
Yeah.
But if any of this thing doesn't align with the university stuff,
Yeah.
and even if you just change the course, and if immigration is not happy with your reasons,
Your visa's gonna get cancelled.
you're done.
And you're done. You're out of the. You can't do anything. And
So
once
you-
your visa's rejected, it's hard for you to come back to
So
Australia.
even so, the kind of advice is, even if you're just trying to change or thinking of changing your course, maybe within RMIT University or maybe within your particular university you're in, make sure to know that you have proper reasons for it. You have proper documents,
Yeah.
transcripts
You
and
need
all.
proof. Yeah. You,
Yep.
See, even if that in that course of time, if you've gone through something mentally or physically,
You can mention that too.
yeah. If of course, Australian government is very big on mental
Yes,
health and physical
they,
health.
they take care.
They
Stress
take
a really good
very good
reason.
Which that was the not what I put. I didn't put stress. I
should
had-
have
I mean I should have, but I did put like
other
all,
reasons.
all other reasons, and I hope they accept it.
So
haven't
you
gotten
haven't got your
my
result yet.
visa yet.
When did you apply it? 2 months back. So
Yeah.
that's the case for onshore students.
Yeah, that's only because I spend a lot of time fixing my GTE statement.
So yeah, after that.
After that, okay, medical checkup here is a little bit of a. I mean,
But you're onshore. Why do they ask you to do the medical checkup again? That's not
OSHC, you need to do it again.
what.
To
Oh,
get your health
you-
insurance.
again
Yeah, even the health insurance gets
renewed.
renewed.
That doesn't make a sense, right?
Which
Technically.
you have to pay extra for.
$1,494.
2,200.
It's increased.
Yeah.
Shit.
The OSHC is I think 1,800, and the visa itself is 700 something. 700.
With these circles,
Yeah.
there's a small circle. Keep your money.
Yeah.
Keep savings.
Finance, yeah.
Keep
Very
savings.
important. And your medical checkup, you have to pay extra $300 something to get it done. See, I'll probably go into that. There's this thing called Bupa
Bupa,
Medical
yep.
Services. They are the ones that are associated with the Australian government, and you can only get your medical checkup done at Bupa. You can't use any other medical services, which I realized very late. And the problem is they don't have availability at all.
Because there's so many.
people, so many things for them to do. That see, once you get your like that letter that says that you have to go take your medical checkup, you have 28 days to get it done. And if you don't get it done within the 28 days, you're gonna have to apply again, and then again the process gets prolonged. And when I got my medical letter, it took me like a long time to get the right time for the medical checkup to get done, and I had to go to Bendigo for that because the city medical
Is
service was
quite-
unavailable.
Yeah, I was a. So the last step is left, which is getting your visa.
Yeah.
And you have 2 months for that,
Yes.
technically.
Technically.
But still, you have applied, so I guess you're on bridging as well.
Yeah, I'm on bridging
So
visa.
you're on a safer side.
Yeah. They
One-
will automatically put you in bridging visa.
One more advice: if you are applying for this visa thing onshore, keep certain amount of time before
Yeah.
the end date, because sometimes they just. What if they just reject you and you will be like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Nothing. You can't do anything about
Yeah.
it.
Well, anything else or any advice that you would like to give to students who would like to shift? What's this expression?
What advice you want me to
I mean, that if anyone wants to shift or anyone thinking of changing this course within a particular
within
university.
RMIT, I think I went through a very easy process. It was very simple. It was hassle free. So I wouldn't it's not that I don't know what to say.
Yeah. It will be better if you just make up your mind in the initial phase,
Yeah.
and then you are not required to pay this much extra money and,
Mm.
and then again this hassle to shift.
I mean, you'd have to think about all of these things because it's not just you're not just changing your course, you're
Yeah,
changing your
yeah.
visa timings,
Visa, OHSC,
OSHC,
money wise,
everything.
agent wise, because he's also going to charge, right?
Yeah.
He or she.
No. Agent, at least agents don't get charged.
No. When you apply for a visa, agents have their own.
Oh yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
getting charged, right?
Yeah.
And also with this hassle on,
Yeah.
right? So you need to put in efforts and financial requirements as well. So it will be better for a person. I mean, it's just condition. It can happen to anyone, but still, if you have time, just make up your mind that okay, this is the particular course that I would like to do.
See what all things that you need to do before you actually apply for the course? Because certain courses, they have certain requirements which you
Yes.
already should know before you apply.
Yep.
So when you get that ready and then you get your visa set, the process is actually pretty simple.
Okay. So this was the video. Thank you, Neha, for coming. And also, I would like to thank Neha in this same video, because what you're watching these days, the topics, the different topics. She is the one, because she has great contacts, social. So she helped me a lot in finding these people, and she should get the exact credit for getting these topics out there. So make sure to write thank you to her. And I'm also mentioning her Instagram just coming up here. So if you have any questions related to changing course or any other question that you think that she'll be able to answer, make sure to comment or DM her. And whenever you get time, please reply to the people. And you can also comment down below. My Instagram is also in description. So if any other questions or either topics that you want us to discover or cover, keep us posted. Like, share, and subscribe. This is KapsLock Neha signing off.